You got a new chair there, Frank?
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. You know, we were balancing the end of the year budget. Thought we'd upgrade the studio. Got a new tripod, new chairs all around.
I mean, yeah, I'm still stuck in this antique over here. But,
you know, numbers weren't in your favor. Better luck next year. Better luck in the future. And hey, speaking of the future, we got Titanfall 2.
Hey man, if you want to get comfy, nothing like sitting in a mech. Am I right?
That's right. Alien planets, robots, and hella cool guns. It's Titanfall 2 at the computer.
Alrighty, welcome to Titanfall 2 at the computer.
Or as all the cool kids call it on the playground, Tittyfall.
You know, Frank calls it that, you know, you can agree or disagree. To catch people up real quick before we just jump into this level, you play as a pilot who gets separated from your fleet. You and your robot are trying to meet back up with them, and you're trying to meet up with this guy named Anderson.
Mr. Anderson.
You know, Mr. Anderson, world famous, but he's dead, and you're trying to figure out why, and you're gonna take this weird device.
Well, it's the future, so it's probably an Apple Watch.
Yeah, you know, probably an Apple Watch, you know, it's probably, you know...
iOS 10.
I always, like, his butt kind of jiggles when you take it. It's kind of funny.
Okay, don't look at that's offensive.
I mean, yeah, you're the one calling it Titanfall over here. But anyways, this has, like, one of my favorite button prompts in any game. Press L1 to time travel.
I like in Lord of the Rings, it's like press R1 to kiss.
What?
In Lord of the Rings, the fucking Shadow Warrior or whatever.
Shadow Warrior.
You have to like press square to like kiss your wife, and in the future you press square to assassinate. Anyways, this is another game.
So this is probably the most famous level from this game because you are time traveling between.
It's kind of like Time Cop.
Yeah, between the past and the present, which is crazy, so you can go around enemies like this.
It's super cool.
And then they're just confused of where you are. It's fucking rad. It's so cool.
Yeah, Titanfall 2, like, okay, so Titanfall came out a while ago on Xbox One. It was a multiplayer-only game. I never played it. Titanfall 2 came out in 2016, had an incredible single-player campaign that, like, it's relatively known. People like it, but still, not enough people have played it. Like, it's an amazing game, and there's, like, this is like the most famous sequence from it. But yeah, it's developed by ex-people who worked on Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I forget his name, but it's Respawn Entertainment. They all worked on Modern Warfare 2, and then they left, they got fired, and then they formed their own company. But the movement is like better than ever. It plays better than any Call of Duty. It's so snappy. I mean, Bruce is, you know, going here fucking people up. But like this level in particular is cool because you do feel like you're in the Matrix, whatever. You have superpowers, just like jumping back and forth through time, completely destroying all these like mercenaries.
Yeah, like Call of Duty like still feels great. Like Call of Duty has always felt amazing. Yeah. But these are the people who fucking made it feel amazing, and it feels even better now in this game.
Because they continue to innovate, yeah.
Because like your double jump, everything just feels so tight but floaty at the same time. It's incredible. It feels amazing. I also like this.
You have this like shotgun that's so fucking good.
That's my favorite weapon. It's my favorite weapon. Actually, if you go down here, if you want a secret, if you go down there, there's a secret weapon.
What weapon's that?
It's the Spitfire. It's like an LMG that's really powerful.
Oh, that's dope.
But
so this right now is the past. It's like a robot science facility, and then present day everything's all fucked up on fire, and like monsters have escaped. So this level you're fighting like mercenaries. I think you fight robots and you fight like weird ass aliens. Like it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, so it's great because you have to balance like these fucking monsters and then these people coming in
on different timelines. It's so cool.
So you're trying to time travel to balance it, but now I'm being chased by these monsters, and I'll travel back, fuck these people up, and then travel back. Just so I can always have the edge on them, so they're always looking for me.
Yeah, that's what it's like when I play video games and listen to podcasts. You know, I'm focusing on one thing, I got more information coming in my head. Makes it more fun. You know, only true intellectuals can handle that much going on.
Yo, Frank's trying to, like, read about Columbine while he's, like, playing schoolgirls, you know.
It's, you know, a lot going on. But yeah, like, oh, this game is so fast and fun. And, like, the whole campaign only takes, what, like 9 hours to beat or something?
I would say less than that. I would maybe say 7.
Yeah, like, but it's like, it's consistently thrilling. It's great. And I also, like, I kind of like it because, like, the movement, like, to a degree, kind of reminds me, like, why I like the Tony Hawk games. Like, you're just constantly moving, and it's so fast, and you're jumping around, like, it's
I feel
awesome.
like there's like a combo nature to it as well when you're putting wall rides together and like shotgun use, and also in this when you're time traveling back and forth. And so right here we are downloading his memories, the guy's wallet, and he's telling us about a super weapon that the bad guys are using, and so we're getting some exposition here. But yeah, Titanfall just, it feels absolutely incredible, and there's very few shooters out here that like actually make you feel like you can do almost anything within the confines of the game.
Yeah.
And also it's like, I don't know, like, because Titanfall has all these abilities, like, at your exposure, like, the level design, and why this campaign is so good, the level design is so varied. Like, in this level, you're time traveling, there's a level where you're flipping on houses and stuff like that, then there's other levels where you're jumping from, like, ship to ship.
Yeah, and also, like, this one, you're just on boots on the ground, or, you know, you're just in your player, but it's like, there's levels that split up, like, where you're in a mech, and then there's parts where you have to separate from your mech's on the other side, shooting other mechs, you're shooting pilots, you can, like, jump in and out, like, it's so dynamic.
Yeah, like, that's why the campaign never gets boring, and also, like, it should be noted that the storytelling is actually pretty good as well. Like, the story is like your typical, like, kind of save the world kind of thing, but the story between you and your robot, it's actually pretty, not touching, but you end up caring a lot about it.
You can go all the way, romantic. The reason I like this game a lot is I am obsessed with James Cameron. You know, Titanic, Terminator 2, Aliens, Terminator 2 is one of my all-time favorite films. This game kind of has like an Avatar setting. You're on some alien planet. I haven't played this game in years, but it's like you're on an alien planet. There's another like rival like mercenary team. I think they're there to collect unobtainium. That's the plot of Avatar. But like it's like, you know, you're on a foreign planet. Everyone's trying to fight for the resources, but you're this man with a robot. You're like John Connor. The mech is Terminator. But like it's a really good story, and like there's all these amazing set pieces. There's sacrifice, and like it really feels like you're playing a James Cameron movie, a good one, not a shitty one like Avatar.
You know, Frank's obsessed with like Woody Allen, James Cameron, all these old white men.
All these white men who like to yell. But James Cameron, I know you're working on Avatar 2, 3, and 4. I'm sorry, I don't care. Please make make something else. Make Titanic.
Yeah,
2.
why isn't James Cameron working on Titanfall 3? You know,
that would be awesome. James Cameron's Titanfall 3 would be really cool.
I almost died.
Oh, come on, Bruce, don't die.
This is like one of my favorite weapons in the game. It's like an old school kind of shotgun, and it just feels amazing to shoot. Also, all the weapons in this game, just another thing that they
everyone is fun to use.
Like it all feels amazing to use, and also like what I did just right there, just like jumping over enemies and stuff like that. It just feels so fluid and natural.
Yeah.
Like again, this game, like one thing's that like old games like Quake and stuff kind of like, I feel like those games are very hard to master. But Titanfall 2 is like, it's so easy to get into, and it's so easy to feel so cool while you're playing it, which is why I love it.
Did you play Titanfall 1?
Yeah, I played a lot of Titanfall 2. I got an Xbox, not at launch, but roughly a year after launch, and I got Titanfall with it, and I actually really liked Titanfall 1. I prestiged once in it, or whatever they call prestiging in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But I prestiged once in it, and I played a decent amount of it, and I really liked the dynamic of Titans and pilots.
When you play, like, Titanfall multiplayer, some modes have, like, little like AI enemies that you can also shoot. So like there's like all these little like filler enemies on that you can also kill. So again, it's just like there's constantly shit to do. I hate the Battlefield games because I feel like you're walking for 10 minutes before you find somebody. Yeah. But then with fucking Titanfall, it's just non-stop action, which the Call of Duty games are good too. But Titanfall 2's multiplayer, like when I got Titanfall 2, I played like the campaign a week, and I played the multiplayer with friends for like a month, and it was a really good time. It's fucking fun. And also when you get in your mechs, it's also the way the multiplayer works is it's like games start out, depending on the game mode you play, you either have your mech, but usually you don't have your mechs yet, and the more points you get, the teams start building up their mechs, and you can call your mechs down, and it gets to a point where you can kind of save your mechs until everyone's ready to call down their mechs, and then you can all call down your mechs and destroy the other team, but then they can call down their mechs. So the gameplay turns from enemies shooting each other to then giant mechs on the battlefield, and it's just like, oh, it's so intense.
And it's balanced in a way, like, when I play the multiplayer, I always call on my mech, but I never get in it.
Yeah.
Because I just prefer being on the ground and fucking up people that way.
Yeah, and that's the other super cool thing, too. In both the single player and multiplayer, you can call your mech down. You don't have to get in it. The mech can AI control itself. So it's like you can use it as a distraction. Everyone's trying to shoot the mech. You go around, you capture the flag. Like, it's so fucking cool. Have they confirmed if they're doing Titanfall 3 or not?
I feel like I've heard so many back and forth things about Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
I know they have said obviously that they want to do Titanfall 3, but EA has just bought Respawn, like the entire company, which is kind of like makes me nervous.
Yeah, they do Need for Speed next.
Especially like how like this year has gone for EA. Like I don't want them to. Like, it won't be the end of the world if they killed Titanfall, because, hey, Titanfall 2 is amazing.
Yeah.
But I really would love another great, like, game set.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like EA kind of fucked over Titanfall 2 when it got released, because it came out, like, the same week as Battlefield 1 and Call of Duty.
Well, it came out in between them. So it was Battlefield 1, then the next week was Titanfall, and then the week after that was Call of Duty. But, like, all the people who bought Battlefield 1 weren't really looking for Titanfall.
Yeah.
And also, that was the year that Infinity War came out.
Yeah.
And, like... not Infinity War, Infinite Warfare.
Yeah.
And everyone was like over mech shit.
Yep.
And so like this game kind of got not a bad rap, but like ooh.
Oh, he getting it.
He like punched me to death. That was
Don't
weird.
fuck over a robot, dude.
But like that was the year where everyone was over like the mech stuff. So I feel like people like just didn't look at this game because like, oh, I don't want that future stuff. Like I'm not into that.
Yeah, the only reason I got
shame.
Titanfall 2 was like I didn't play the first one, so it's whatever. But then like yeah, the reviews came out saying, oh, it has a really great story. And I'm someone like I don't really play multiplayer games that much. I like playing a game for like 8 hours, beating it, and then moving on. So it's like, oh, here's a game I can just check out. And like I got all 3. I didn't play Battlefield 1 much. I got fucking Call of Duty Space Flights,
Fair.
whatever that one's called.
Space Mountain.
I got it for Modern Warfare, but like Titanfall 2 was the best of the 3. But yeah, like they like it didn't hit EA's insane sales targets. But yeah, people watching this, let me know. Did you sleep on Titanfall 2? Did you get it? I'm curious. I bet you can get this game pretty cheap now. Again, it's worth it just to get the single player. Like it's really fun, and I'm sure there's still people playing on multiplayer. That's the other thing that's cool with Titanfall 2. They put out a ton of like post-game content that was all free. So like I'm hoping that people still play this game online. But yeah, it's really fucking good. Uh-oh. I also like you can just cheat out of it. It's like in World of Warcraft when paladins, use their bubble,
Oh, just like World of Warcraft,
Yeah, just like World of
some
Warcraft.
nerd shit over there.
Hey, when you play a game for 10,000 hours, that's kind of where it's your, you compare everything to it.
Compare.
Kind of like when you've seen every single Woody Allen film, that's all films kind of have to hold up to that.
Oh yeah. But yeah, with this like game in particular, like the campaign is so incredibly fresh that it kind of reminded me that like maybe like roughly 10 years ago, you had like the birth of the first person, like the modern first person shooter.
Call of Duty.
With Call of Duty 4, where like every game apes that game. And then when this came out, or like not when this came out, but I feel like within the last couple of years, like first person shooters became very trite.
Yeah.
Like everyone was just copying each other, trying to be the next Call of Duty. And like I feel like for a couple of years, no one cared about first-person shooters.
Yeah.
And then, like, when the new generation came out, like, suddenly we had games like Wolfenstein The New Order, Doom, Titanfall 2, first-person shooters with really strong single players. And a couple of them, like Titanfall 2, has great multiplayer as well, but it's always, like, the single player that's standing out.
Yeah, because it's like Doom and Wolfenstein. Doom had multiplayer, I didn't give a fuck. It was just, Wolfenstein, Doom, like, even Prey, it's like, play these, move on. It's like, hell yeah, like, these are amazing. And like another reason I love Titanfall 2, not beyond the James Cameron comparisons, is like I love science fiction. I love this a lot so much because like it kind of reminded me of playing through like Half-Life or Portal. You're in all these facilities, but like just a great single player story. And for me, like nothing comes close to like Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Like that's like my favorite, storytelling for a single player. But it's like these like new single players are like really pushing it up. But yeah, Titanfall 2, just like good science fiction stories in a single player game.
Also, what I think this game doesn't get enough credit for, whereas like a lot of other games do get credit for, is its art design. I think it looks awesome, and I think like they fucking nail like this future where it's kind of like oppressive and it's kind of shitty,
but there's
it's
still
also
bright colors. Like, also,
super
when you're in the alien planet, like you see lots of greens, lots of blues, but it's like there's oranges, like there's still colors with it. So you shot the grenades right at yourself.
I did. Oh, there was a window there.
Yeah.
I was like in the moment. I was just like going for it.
All right, we'll do take 2 this time. Don't shoot the grenades.
I mean, we'll just. What are you talking about, Frank? We cut that out. I didn't do anything wrong.
Did you play Singularity? That's another science fiction single player game I haven't played yet.
I did play Singularity. I love Singularity, and this mechanic is directly taken out of Singularity.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But even like if you look at Singularity and this game, the device looks the same.
Oh, well, I'm gonna play Singularity.
But the thing with Singularity is like this is the whole game doing this. You don't necessarily time travel, but all of your abilities is about manipulating time. So like you like for example when you get headshots with like a sniper rifle, time slows down, stuff like that. A Singulator is great. It's a mix of like Half-Life 2. It's a mix of like BioShock and Titanfall. Like it's awesome. Like it's like BioShock where there's like melee weapons and you're picking up like health packs on the ground and stuff like that. Singularity is a really underrated game that not enough people play.
Shit, I'm gonna play Singularity. What's the other one? Syndicate. Is that another science fiction?
Yeah, Syndicate's like a reboot of like a turn-based game. Yeah. It came out a couple years ago. I like Syndicate. It's not as good as Singularity. The style is awesome. It looks like Mirror's Edge, which is why I played it, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
And the weapons are fun, but it is just your kind of standard first-person shooter with some really light abilities on it. But it's not nearly as good as Singularity or this game. But it's still worth checking out, especially now that it's like probably
Dude,
like
I always
$3.
got Singularity and Syndicate confused. I thought they were the same.
No, Singularity's awesome, and Singularity's got like a cool setting, like this like
I'm gonna play
Russian
both.
setting.
I'm gonna play both of them soon.
Yeah, they're both worth playing.
Hey, the reason I love Dynasty Warriors, I love in games when you have enemy health bars right up top. This is taking me back. I like this.
Yeah, and I'm just cheating this guy by just sitting in this corner because he refuses to come in here for some
You know,
reason.
his mechs are shy. You know, he
doesn't want to fight me, so I'm just gonna kill him, and then that'll be the end of the level.
I got your grenade launcher. You got some batteries.
Oh, what the fuck?
Other fun thing that's cool too in Titanfall is like when you have your mechs, like you have to like run around and get batteries for them. It's really cute. Like, you know, you gotta help. Pick up batteries and sport them. Then also in multiplayer, you can get on your friends' mechs and like ride with them. Like, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, I just love like the reason this game feels so fresh is because it has a lot of like platforming, jets, and your mech. Like all the levels have to be really dynamic and tall because you have to be able to get your mech into a lot of places. You have to be able to like jump and platform in them as well. So like all the levels feel super dynamic. Whereas in a lot of first-person shooters, you feel like you're just going through
just very obvious set pieces, like, all right, here's this big battle, everyone's gonna come at you, okay, you know. But with this, it's like I feel like you're in control. You're constantly moving through shit, big spaces, kind of open-ended, and there's collectibles. You can collect little Titan helmets, which I really like. Again, science fiction shit going on. It's way cool.
I spent too much time chilling in there. Everyone came after me.
Oh no.
So I'm just running. I'm running. This is the end.
Hell yeah. Are you just gonna run through these people? Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Cause guess what? It don't matter.
What?
Because we entered.
Oh, we were in the past.
We entered a time warp.
Oh shit. Oh! See, this game's cool as fuck.
Yeah, and again, like
it's like bullet time.
There's not many first-person shooters, like modern first-person shooters, that like. Actually, that's a lie, because there's like Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff like that. But again, comparatively to like old Call of Duties and like Battlefield and stuff like this,
this is awesome.
This is what I'm looking for. Like I played the newest, like I played World War II Call of Duty, and I hated it. I think it's awful. And comparatively to a game like this, it's like this game feels amazing. It has such a better like.
Well, it's got that Mirror's Edge platforming stuff.
Yeah, well, it's got such a better sense of scale and story and characters you actually care about. Like I care way more about BT than I do about.
That's the robot.
Yeah, than I do about anyone in like any like Call of Duty.
Did you see Chappie?
I didn't see Chappie.
Chappie's great.
It looked like all the trailers made it look really bad.
No, that's good.
But
it's kind of trashy, but it's good.
When it came out, I was kind of into D'Antwoord, so I do want to see it, and I do kind of have a soft spot for them still, so I do want to check it out.
Yeah, Chappie's a good ass movie, so check out Chappie. Check out Titanfall.
Titanfall.
Let me know. Do you call it Titanfall or Titanfall? Do you have an even better name? Let us know.
Yeah, and this is a great end to this level because like you come back from the past with knowledge of the weapon.
Oh.
And you're waking up, and BT's like
dinosaurs, there's some Avatar shit.
You know, BT's a homie, he's just here chilling for you. But this is why the single player, like this moment right here epitomizes the single player in this game. Like, oh, this thing broke, fuck it. Like you just toss it aside.
And then a new level of a different mechanic. Yeah.
Like every single level in this game has a new mechanic, which is why it's so fresh.
You know, every time I get a new car, I get a new mechanic. You know, I used to have a Chrysler, now I go to a Kia mechanic.
Nice.
So that's Titanfall 2 for the PlayStation 4. It's also on PC, or as the cool kids call it, Titanfall. Great game. Feels like playing a James Cameron movie. A good one, not shitty like Avatar. So James, please quit the production of Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5. Instead, make Titanfall 3, 4, 5, and 6. Direct them all at the same time. We'll be so thankful. Please, I love it. This game's amazing. Had fun with the multiplayer. One of the best single-player campaigns in the past decade. You can probably get super cheap, so wake up, play this game if you haven't. And if you've played it, let us know what you think. Good-ass game. 2 thumbs up. I love it, and I miss my robot friend.
You know, I'm in the same boat as Frank here. I think this game is awesome. I would say that this game is a good mix between Wolfenstein, like the reboot, and Doom the reboot. Because Doom the reboot feels amazing, has better gameplay, but the story kind of...
Yeah.
Wolfenstein, the gameplay isn't as good, but the story is amazing. Yeah. Whereas I feel like this game straddles that, where the story is actually excellent, the characters work is really great.
And it's funny, too, because it's like, they do a good job. It's grounded. Like, it's not, like, cartoony. It's like, I mean, you know, it's like, oh, this is, like, good. So it's like, I think it's pretty accessible for, like, most people. Like,
again, it's like, the gameplay, like, even if you think, like, in there, like, oh, I have to be jumping all over the place, I have to figure out how to do this. It's really accessible. It feels amazing to play. It's really easy to jump into. And the multiplayer is quite fun as well. If it wasn't for Overwatch, I would have played way more
so,
of it.
You know, if you can get some friends up together, play it. And if you have any Mountain Dew or Doritos from, like, 2 years ago, there's some double XP codes. See if you can go through the dumpster and see if you can find them.
If you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, you get cool skins.
Nice. Yeah, I have, like, a Target skin and a Mountain Dew skin. So, you know, maybe on the Reddit will have it.
You know, the skins are pushing me over the limit here, so I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up.
Oh!
You know, 2 thumbs
up.
Bam,
4 thumbs for Titanfall 2, Titanfall. Let me know what you call it. Anyways, let's take a look at the emails.
You've got mail.
We got a great email from Harrison Wood. He asked us about game demos. He asked if there's any game demos we played a lot as a kid and then never like bought the real game. He talks about Jurassic Park, like the Operation Genesis, where you build a theme park. But he said the demo didn't let you do much, so he would just spawn a bunch of dinosaurs and let them fight. Yeah, that's fucking great. For me, I subscribe to like PlayStation Underground and all these magazines, so I'd get PlayStation demo discs. So my love for Hot Shots Golf comes back to the PS1. I never bought Hot Shots Golf, but I played the demo for Hot Shots Golf 2 all the time. There's also a shitty running game for PlayStation 1 called Running Wild, where you play as little animals and you run. And then when Xbox 360 came out, there was the Saints Row demo, which I played for like a month because it was this little sandbox that you could fuck around in, and then eventually bought the game. But yeah, I love game demos. Let me know your favorite game demos. Any for you?
I mean, for me, on the original Xbox, I played the Mech Assault demo a lot.
Yeah.
And I eventually did buy the game, but when I was much older. But I would just play the Mech Assault game just because you're a giant robot, and as a kid, I'm like, I'm controlling a robot. Yeah. I would just walk in a circle. But when I got a PS3, I was like 16. I had no money of my own, so I would constantly download demos all the time. And to me, it blew my mind. Like, I can just download these demos?
Because back in the day, you needed them on a disc.
Yeah, so I played a lot of like the Fear 2 demo. I played the Wet demo.
Let's play Wet at the computer. I bought that. Elijah Dishku.
Remember that game? But I played demos like that, like all these kind of shitty games that I would never buy. I mean, I bought Fear 2. Yeah. But like, I was just blown away that you could even download demos. I would download everything over and over.
That's cool. Yeah, I love that stuff. One demo I played all the time and never bought was WinRAR for the Windows computer. You know, I always use WinRAR. It's an app. It's a program you use to open files. There's a trial version. It says, please buy the full one, but no one in the history of the world has ever paid for WinRAR. So, you know, that's a good demo. Check it out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching At The Computer. Hey, this is a fucking demo. No one's paying us to do this.
That's
you know, so,
hey,
you know.
Pay me, unlock the full version.
Yeah, unlock the full version. Hey,
DM for details.
All right. Thank you so much for watching At The Computer. Email us at AtTheComputerShow@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at Frank Howley.
_Bruceums.
And hey, yo, I'm bringing Tumblr back in 2018. That's the new Frank, new year.
Yo, Frank's killing Tumblr over here.
Dude.
Yo, with just all the shitty posts and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, you want Shibuya Key Japanese music? Send me questions, you know, I crave it. I'm all about it. See you next time at The Computer.